Her name was Chrissy Collings. To me, she looked like a Chrissy, all cute and busty and wavy-haired. Sure. Megan moved to allow Chrissy and Anthony to draw closer to the vast window opening onto the wolf habitat. We haven't had time to do that yet, not even with our little mother. She was brought here only last week and gave birth almost immediately. I knew. Thanks to Dante staying in close touch with the people in charge of the facilities he funded. He'd learned immediately from Megan about the secretive, dead-of-night deposit here of the very pregnant gray wolf. He told me about it. And the instant I expressed an interest in being there for the big event, we were in his car heading to the sanctuary. For that day, I'd left my adorable Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, Lexi, in the charge of my assistant at Critter TLC LLC. Dante had staff in his home, his Malibu home, who could care for his smart and sweet German Shepherd Wagner. He also had part-time staff at his additional home near here at the base of the San Bernardino Mountains. How many other houses did he maintain? Damned if I knew. We'd been here to witness the miracle of the wild wolf's birth. Then we headed home and planned to come back for this long, lovely weekend, staying in Dante's local residence with our pampered pets and visiting hot wildlife a lot, keeping an eye on the sweet wolf pups. I'll bet Dante will come up with the greatest names. Won't you, Dante? Chrissy asked. She now stood on his other side, and she looked up adoringly into his eyes, one hand resting on the sleeve of his blue work shirt. Chrissy had been here during the birth, too. I'd seen how she stayed way too near Dante, obviously had a crush on him, even though he had to be at least 15 years her senior. I figured her for mid-20s, and Dante was 42. Me? I'm 36. Not cute like Chrissy, but okay to look at. Oh, I think I'll leave that to others with more imagination than me, Dante said, smiling sexily in my flattered direction. Guess he agreed with my assessment of my appearance. But I wasn't about to spout out a slew of perfect names. Instead, I asked Megan, why not hold a contest for the public to provide possible names? Maybe people could make a contribution that would entitle them to suggest something. I glanced back at Dante, unsure whether he liked the idea of assistance in his charitable endeavors. He just winked at me. A wink from those deep, dark, delicious eyes could have made me melt if we'd been alone. I caught Chrissy's sad-eyed gaze at her hero, as if he had dared to ignore her, which he kinda had. Great idea, Megan said. We've done that before when rescued animals have been brought in. A mini wolf pack like this should draw a bunch of media attention, get us lots of donations. I know a reporter who'd love something like this, I said, hoping it was so. My sometimes friend, tabloid reporter Karina Carey at National News Shakers, was right on the spot when there were little things like pet nappings from Hollywood notables, or, better yet, from her perspective, unsolved murders happening around me. A sweet thing like a rescued wolf and her new pups might not be as exciting. And yes, in case you haven't watched Karina's awful TV show or seen the other stuff in the news about me, in addition to being a lawyer and pet sitter, I am, most unfortunately, also a murder magnet. I've been involved in solving a lot more killings than I like to think about. But surely that trend has to come to an end eventually. Preferably immediately. Hey, how's it going? A skinny senior citizen with a goatee as gray as the hair on his head strolled in. He wore denim overalls with a white t-shirt beneath the bib, as well as large bifocals perched on his parrot-beak nose. I'd met him before. He was a caretaker here at Hot Wildlife. His name was, incredibly, John Doe. Really well, John? Megan told him. Once she's done nursing, though, I'd like to add some softer substrate for her to lie on with the pups. Any ideas? They talked it over for a while, discussing materials ranging from purified mulch to a fuzzy bath mat. The decision, though, was to mix some straw with the cedar chips, and if they happened to throw in some indestructible towels, too, that was fine. It would still be close to a natural habitat. Wolves in the wild might drag the softest stuff they could find into their lairs. With the way people disposed of their discards, that might, now and then, include toweling. By the time they were done with the discussion, Mama Wolf was also through.